Good morning, and welcome to another of Savar's seasonal adventures. It's been a little bit of time since the last one, but this one required a little bit more special attention, I'd say. It's time for the Final Fantasy XVI collaboration event. And, a case of mistaken identity, methinks. But we're here in Ul'dah, so let's get started, shall we? Alright, got a neophyte adventurer here. A land on fire. The neophyte adventurer seeks the warrior of light, but since she's not here, you'll have to do. Forgive my boldness, but you are Lobelia, the warrior of light, are you not? I don't know any other green-haired Viera. I mean, I am Savar Lobelia, yes. Then my search is at an end. A begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of entreating your aid with some matter he deigned not share with me. Pray, remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. Oh, it's you. 'Tis I who employ the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I have a request that you, and you alone, can fulfill. Pray, listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. In it, I did behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied two stars sailing across the inky expanse, one of purest white, the other blushing scarlet, their courses set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly, the scarlet star shifted its trajectory. High above the burning landscape did its path intersect with that of the white star, their conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. I take this to mean that the 6 Toa Mata will finally awaken on the island of Mata Nui.
New from Bionicle.
But what does it mean? And a lovely tale, but I fail to see what that has to do with me. Yeah, again, I'm not the warrior of light. My sister is. I do not wish to make any claims with certainty, and yet, whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light. In other words, your sister, Rouge Lorelei, who we don't know where she is right now because she's in hiding because she's a fugitive. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, your sister is thus fated to encounter the Scarlet Star, whomsoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouement. I will compensate you for the trouble, of course. Sure, whatever. Can't trust my sister to do shit, even though I am trying to kill her. The question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? Bowl of Embers where I battled Ifrit. Bowl of Embers where Rouge battled Ifrit. A place rich in corrupted crystal deposits, they can look quite fiery. Or what about the Burning Wall in Eastern Thanalan? It literally has the word it literally has burning in it. That cluster of immense crystals born of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Aye, it well resembles the sweeping scene from my dream. The first mystery is solved. We shall leave for Eastern Thanalan and the infamous Burning Wall at once. And now for my favorite part of traveling to the Burning Wall, the fact that there's no fucking Aetherites nearby there. God damn it. Hey, bud. What's going on? The Burning Wall. An apt name indeed, despite the fact that it is neither burning nor a wall. 'Tis said these crystalline structures were formed when falling shards of Dalamud pierced the land's ethereal current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, manifestation of renewed life. But that is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglasses at the ready. I know you have one. A spyglass would be the most efficacious method of surveying our surrounds. Pray alert me to any unusual discoveries. There's a guy over there, and I can't tell, but he looks fucking caked up. White boy spotted. Better get down there, I guess. Where am I? What's going on? Why the fuck do you have giant green ears? Fuck. This sucks. I apologize in advance for my Clive voice, by the way. Noctis is really easy to do because I just have to kind of sound like tired and emo. But this guy, he's a little bit harder to do. I can't do like a super deep voice. But whatever. A dream led you to me. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. This stalwart hero is Savar Lobelia. Might we have the pleasure of your name? Clive. The last thing I remember was the ruins. Ugh. My head. Where? How did I come to be in this place? It would seem you are not senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for town and have a phronistry physician look you over. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Sure. You're just gonna fucking walk him back, dude? Alright. Well, let's just hang out and wait for him, I guess. Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure, even though we did make him walk all the way back through a desert. It was kind of you to wait. Thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The Physica also noted no signs of injury or illness. Yet, my memories remain hazy. How did I end up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important, I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Uldar strike you as familiar? No. Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Uldan, then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place we found you, is situated betwixt Ulda and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the Twelveswood is in order. Gridania, you say? The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. And you would take me there? Sure. Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements and ask if aught of her and ask if any have heard of you. Let us rendezvous in Gridania anon. Hey man, this entire situation has knocked me off balance, I'm afraid. Savar, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. You can set out whenever you're ready. Pain to recall. Clive is ready to travel to Gridania. Are we ready? Let's head out. This Gridania the minstrel mentioned, is it far? Will we need mounts? We'll probably just take an airship. By airship, you have those. Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. Yep, this way. This place is like a maze, don't get lost. Well, here we are. Savar, if I may ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? Yeah? Sometimes they even land, too. Foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me much. First time traveling by airship, or is there no airship travel where you're from? First time? I believe it will be. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of functional airships, I felt confusion, disbelief, for something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? But dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Alright, here we are. Feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So, this is Gridania. Seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead. Hey, bud. How you doing? The city certainly has a different feel to Uldar. Not only the architecture, but the people as well. They look a bit more racist. I kind of don't like that. I don't know why, other than the obvious reason that racism is bad. This tavern reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. But maybe if you were to show me somewhere else? Didn't even want to drink. You must really be fucked up. How about these guys? You know them? A chocobo? Now that's something I recognize. Yet, it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. As for the when or the where... You ever seen a big rock before? Big blue rock? An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, not nearly large enough. Ugh, when I try to remember, the fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker. This is truly a beautiful place. Taking a liking to Gridania then? Have you remembered anything else? You like it here? Reminds me too much of home. I do like what I've seen of it. Seems a peaceful life here among the trees, only... I just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's too peaceful. That doesn't sit right. I'm getting really strong racism vibes. Patrol reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal, no sightings of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Did he say Garuda? No, that seems to have triggered something. You there! This Garuda you speak of. Ugh. What the fuck is this guy's problem? Sir, are you alright? What is your problem? You there, do you know this gentleman? Yeah, he's, amnesiac guy. Found him ass up in the burning wall. Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that, though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her, I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course, Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to any who have stood against that destructive fiend. However, there is one more suited to the task than I. Our elder Seedseer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to the Stillglade Fane. Stand ready to escort our guests to an audience. Understood, Commander. Pray find me at Nafika's altar in Old Gridania, and I will see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Stand. The way back to what I've lost begins with Garuda. Of that, I feel certain. The Lotus Stand lies just ahead. If you would follow me, please. Why is that table so big? I don't know, man. Greetings, honored guests. Commander Hulot has apprised me of your friend's condition. This is he. A pleasure to meet you. I am Khan E. Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania. I thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please, concern yourself not with properties. 'Tis your memory loss we are here to address. I am told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes. In the instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle rose unbidden. I think perhaps if I could hear more of Garuda. A wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Twelveswood. Big-ass bird. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. I should add that the Warrior of Light has fought against Garuda in her primal incarnation. Yep, that's what I heard too. A winged woman of volatile temperament with power over the wind. A fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity? No, the will behind that monstrous visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzea's Primal are not one and the same. Hi, I'm here too. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, random minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folks in all the nearby settlements, all 2 of them. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every local rumor monger for moms around. Improbable, to say the least. This led me to consider another possibility, one consistent with past accounts I have heard of visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star. I mean, it's happened twice. That is pretty frequent for something like dimensional travel. Damn, this guy's crazy. My brand. It's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, a piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda, bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name. 'Twould seem the pain has a less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One's subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth, the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. We must call in the Psychonauts. The barrier is of my own making. How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Sure, I guess. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. Alright, if you say so. So, you think me from another world? My memories of said world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. A truth my mind refuses to remember. It is a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe the shackles which bind your mind may be struck off in the heat of battle. A drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Savar. Your sister is the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you've the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. Okay. I don't see why he needs me, but who he really needs is my sister, but whatever. The Path Infernal. Clive seems somewhat bemused. The minstrel has a plan, it seems, but he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. To meet him at Kalu Falls, right? And where is that to be found? It's kind of on the back, north side. Good. Not far then. Let's get on with it. Hey, bud. This place. Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louis Sois gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit? Ugh. I know something is there. Why can't I remember? Clive recalled several words in the Elder Seedseer's presence, words which brought him pain. While the significance of bearer eludes me, you and I are more than familiar with Ifrit. Considering your reaction to the mere mention of the name, 'tis likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus, I have resolved to weave my lyrical magics to bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Here, where Archon Louisoix paved an ethereal path to the primal's lair, will my words be given substance, and within the vision which takes form, will you do battle with a phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real. Yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be unearthed without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and call upon the strength of your shining twin. Your path awaits. Well, here we go. Oh boy, it's hot in here. Where has he sent us? You stand in the Bowl of Embers, the site where the Amalja summoned their patron deity, and the stage upon which the Warrior of Light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but a convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno! Good ol' Ifrit. Just normal Ifrit, though. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. Damn, this guy's got the Final Fantasy equivalent of chug. I'm sure we'll be fine. Fuck you. Just kidding. It's time to uncover the truth, or ready when you are. I think it's time to uncover the truth. All right. Time to find out who I am. Ifrit. That's the thing which killed Joshua. Yes, I've been on its trail, seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight with me, Ruja. Why didn't he did like a roar animation, but he didn't actually make any roar noises. Anyway, now we can use Phoenix powers and have Platinum Games mechanics. With me, Ruja. Where did I get the sword? Well done. Now it's your turn. Bleed! Ow. Come on!
His flames grow hotter. Watch yourself!
Ah, shit. It's fine.
Shit! I can't move! Ruja, buy me some time!
Oh god. I will block you with this book. Please don't bend the pages, it's very expensive.
This won't hold me! My thanks.
Ah, shoot. Doing this as a caster is hard.
Fall already! My turn.
Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, please don't do that. My book is gonna smell like Ifrit feet.
Ruja! Still in the fight?
Nails? Ah, we got this. We know how nails work.
These blades, defeating in power, but not if we break them. It's too damn many. We cannot rely on steel alone. Enough! Just a few more, Ruja. We'll leave none standing. On your guard. He means to unleash hell. Fire! Hellfire. It's the name of the attack. Still with me, Ruja? Then let's finish this.
Hooray, we did it!
I blamed another to spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
In the battle against your own mind, 'twould seem you have emerged the victor. Intriguing. Doug? Boy! Oh, that was fucking weird. I saw my sister fighting. And there was a dog, and a weird lizard, and that was weird. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought a friend back with you. Doug. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the duchy. There's no more loyal ally in battle and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. Ah, that would explain the aberration in the lingering ether. Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. Really? The dog? Clive has embraced his harrowing past, and in so doing, reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. That does not make any fucking sense to me. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I'd done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix's flames, he was destined to become Archduke, as our father had before him, but Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. A dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer, until one day I came to understand that it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. Damn, bro, that sucks. I can but imagine the anguish this caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt that I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. I was in search of answers that I went to the Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth. And then everything faded to black. Your tale suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force, was responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason... Yes? What are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the Burning Wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. True. I hope he's not going to walk all the way there. It's kind of a long trek. I hope dogs know how to take airship shortcuts. Because I'm just going to fucking teleport there. Hey guys, I made it. Such an incredible sight. I was in no state to appreciate these crystals the first time. I agree. Torgal's ears are pricked up, his senses focused on his surroundings. We've come this far, now Torgal will be our guide. Such was the purpose of his creation, after all. Ready, Torgal? Take me home. Bark. Okay, quick, we gotta talk to these guys quickly. Don't mind me, keep an eye on Torgal. A brief fellowship formed beneath the wings of the Phoenix. 'Tis worthy of a poem in and of itself. Come back, dog. Could it be where that cluster of people is up there? No, I guess not. Perhaps here.
Is this it, boy?
The tale ends where it began.
Where you first found me.
Indeed, this is not where we first found you. It was lower than this. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds, but now I think I understand.
You too.
Some years ago, Eorzea was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. 'Twas as if the star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need.
The Phoenix!
The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths have solidified flame to be proof of the Phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the Phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours.
Drawn to the flame. Seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done.
Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardship or bitter the truth. May your journeys be fair. Hey, keep it up, man. You got a nice ass. I mean, you got a good head on your shoulders.
Always. No matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Torval. We have answers to seek, and Velis and Valisthea awaits.
Pop. And then he was gone. I know, man, I was there. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, 'twould be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so fleeting an excerpt. I should really buy a PlayStation 5 and pick up Final Fantasy XVI, now available. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion, someone who has purchased a PlayStation 5. Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds was not granted me by this day's miracles. If only I had bought a PlayStation 5. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Savar. You seem like you've got enough money for a PlayStation 5. I don't. Fuck you. Maybe if it had games on it, that would be cool. Our little adventure is over. Set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic, I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved to be such a trustworthy god that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. How did you have time to do that? How did you do that? Answer my question. May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels. Until we meet again. We did it. Wahoo. Because, so we got the Median attire coffer, a banded chest containing a complete set of Median attire. The Torgal whistle, this horn-carved instrument emits a steadfast tone that calls the trusty Torgal to your side. Torgal. According to the Wandering Minstrel, the beast who appeared to aid the stranded Clive was a guiding spirit born of its master's memory. So impressed was the ever-insightful musician by the creature, he decided to create this faithful facsimile in hopes that it might also serve as your loyal companion. A more dependable comrade one would hard-pressed to find, says Alphanode. Not about the dog, though. Just in general. Torgal Pup, go on. You know you want to pet the adorable fellow. What could possibly go wrong? What does that mean, dude? Anyway, Torgal Pup. According to the Wandering Minstrel, the beast who appeared to aid the stranded Clive was a guiding spirit born of its master's memory. So impressed was the ever-insightful musician by the creature, he decided to recreate a young version of it, which, despite its diminutive size, already possesses the indomitable spirit of the fine hound it will one day become. What an adorable little puppy you have, says Hildebrand. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of yet another of Savar's funny seasonal adventures. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I apologize for the amount of time this actually took to come out. I'm lucky enough that this event was around for long enough for me to actually do everything that I wanted to do with it. But hopefully other events will not take this long to make. But at the same time, this one also did feel like it needed a little bit more glitz and glamour to it, considering the magnitude of it. But regardless, if you have enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a comment or a like or a subscription to the YouTube channel that this is on or whatever. If you're curious about seeing more of this series, you can look at the playlist that the video is in. And if you are curious about catching the streams live, you can do so at twitch.tv/officialpunguy, which is linked in the video description. But until next time, thank you all for watching, and go buy a PlayStation 5.